As we head towards closure this morning, we are coming to you live from the Kurtuba Islamic Academy out in Lindrow Park this morning. This is where we are doing the show live from because earlier on we had Dr. Azam Tamimi, who was a guest at Kurtuba and who took time out to join us in the studio at the Kurtuba Islamic Academy. For the interview, and you can catch this interview. It is on Salam Media social platform and also on the YouTube channel in case you missed it. But right now, we're going across to be joined by Moulana Adam Feltman with the Northern Cape Ulama Council Al Aqsa Week. This week is absolutely critical, 5th to the 11th of February. It is a global initiative to build towards the love of Masjid Al Aqsa, and we're going now to join by our respected Moulana Adam Feltman. Moulana, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Brother Inayat, to you and listeners.
Jazakallah khairan so much for joining us, Moulana. Now, last night, obviously, the 27th of Rajab, and we know many masajids right across the entire country had some sort of a program talking about the journey of Isra and Mi'raj. And I'm sure Masjid Al-Aqsa had featured very, very prominently, in fact, featured very strongly in many a bayan, a talk, a discussion that must has taken place. And coincidentally, it does fall within this week where the entire world is talking about commemorating Al-Aqsa Week and, more importantly, to inspire the love of Masjid Al-Aqsa.
Yes, definitely. And the Northern Cape and Kimberley in particular was no different. Alhamdulillah, in Masjid Muawiyah and Homestead, we also had a very successful program. And this year, Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj program concentrated on Al-Aqsa, Masjid Al-Aqsa, atrocities in Gaza. And it was quite different from our usual annual Mi'raj talk, because the emphasis this year was on the atrocities that's happening in Gaza and the Greater Palestine.
Well, in fact, it was no different where I had attended the program yesterday as well. And like you mentioned, is we've moved away from what we used to talk about, the normal Miraj talk and those things. But a lot of focus is on actually what is taking place right now. And the mere fact that the current genocide that is unfolding in Palestine and in Gaza is all built around what was called, or what is called, the Al-Aqsa flood. So this has been central to what is happening, and this is the reason why Palestinians are going through what they are at this point in time. Their passion, their love, their honor, and the mere fact that they have been chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect the honor and the dignity of Masjid Al-Aqsa, Moulana.
Yes, and that is central to the Northern Cape Ulama Council. Unfortunately, our coordinator, Moulana Ridwan Nuruddin, who was running programs prior the 6th of October, in fact, for the past 10 years, the Northern Cape Ulama Council is heavily involved in creating awareness, fundraising, and so on for Palestine. In fact, two of our members traveled to Gaza. Moulana, our then deputy president or deputy chairman, visited the house of Sheikh Ahmed Yassin al-Marhum, the former leader of Hamas, and under the banner of the Northern Cape Ulama Council. The Northern Cape Ulama Council was also involved in the Africa 1-8 convoy, the first convoy and the second convoy. And alhamdulillah, from the province with the least amount of people, alhamdulillah, the Northern Cape Ulama Council is in the forefront in creating awareness, doing fundraising for Masjid Al-Aqsa and fighting for the liberation of every person in Palestine.
Now, Moulana, we know this week, Al-Aqsa Week, then we need to embrace the essence of Masjid Al-Aqsa. We know that many a program is being held throughout the entire week. There are many events that are taking place. We know that it's been embraced to a large extent by a number of schools as well with regard to Aqsa Week. And just looking at some of the key issues, some of the critical issues that we need to consider. And we know that it is not about this week in the year only about Aqsa Week. Our struggle for the liberation of Masjid Al-Aqsa has got to be ongoing.
So definitely, as I've mentioned that the Northern Cape Ulama Council, prior to the 6th of October, is involved in, and that's why we have a dedicated desk, Al-Quds desk in our office, dealing exclusively with creating awareness of Palestine, Al-Quds, the atrocities, the ongoing atrocities for the past 75 years with regard to the people of Palestine. So, Alhamdulillah, we are grateful for the international call that this week is dedicated for creating awareness of Palestine, and coincident also coinciding with Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj. So the effort should not only be for this week and then we forget about it, but it should be an ongoing effort in the liberation of Masjid al-Aqsa. And in fact, our province is fortunate that Hanan Jarar, the ambassador of Palestine to South Africa, first official visit to any province was the Northern Cape. The Ulama Council hosted for a week with Brother Bassam. This was 2 years ago. And Alhamdulillah, we have a very strong relationship with the embassy, with Hanan in particular, the ambassador, as well as Brother Bassam. So the effort for the liberation of Masjid al-Aqsa should be an ongoing effort. And Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy that this year, one of the themes with regard to the madrasas and the Muslim schools is creating awareness as far as the Sahaba are concerned and the connection to Baytul Maqdis. That there was a very strong connection with Sahaba radiallahu anhum, Baytul Maqdis. And this year we're highlighting that in the madaris, in the Muslim schools, that this is an important piece of land. This is important to every Muslim, and the struggle for the liberation should be ongoing. And I'm very happy for the organizers that they chose this theme this year, that the Sahaba radiallahu anhum and their involvement and the connection to Baytul Maqdis.
Yes, there's just so much we can learn, that we can unpack as far as Masjid al-Aqsa is concerned, the history and all of it. And also, I think what featured very strongly in the program that I attended last night, Moulana, is to increase our love for Masjid al-Aqsa, to do whatever we can. And again, we know the month of Ramadan, just over a month away now, and where we've seen a lot of South Africans in the past, people from other parts around the world converging on Masjid al-Aqsa for the itikaf. Obviously, it comes this time around. It's going to be at a very, very difficult time, but at the end of the day, we shouldn't be losing sight of the fact and taking still opportunities to go to Masjid al-Aqsa, because this is our responsibility, it's our duty, and it goes a long way in providing much needed moral, physical support to the people of Palestine, particularly those in Al-Quds and those that are protecting Masjid al-Aqsa at a great cost to themselves, their families, their lives, and everything else.
Definitely, if we look at the hadith of Maymuna radiallahu anha, when she asked Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Aftina fi Bayt al-Maqdis," O Nabi of Allah, explain to us about Bayt al-Maqdis. The first thing Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam instructed the ummah via Maymuna radiallahu anha is that go and visit Masjid al-Aqsa. That was the first instruction Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave the ummah via Sayyidatina Maymuna. So it is the responsibility of the ummah not only to send money to Bayt al-Maqdis. You know, sometimes we feel that we have fulfilled our obligation and our duty towards Masjid al-Aqsa by sending money. But Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that we have to go. So it is an instruction that go to Bayt al-Maqdis. And through her wisdom, she asked Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, if I'm not in a position to go, then what? So we first need to try and physically go to Bayt al-Maqdis. And this is a call from the people of Palestine, that come and visit us, come and experience what Bayt al-Maqdis is, so that we don't feel isolated. And Alhamdulillah, since the International Criminal Court of Justice, South Africans became overnight heroes. We had a few of people from the masjid who visited Jordan last week, and every person want to congratulate them, shake their hands, and want to interact with them. So this is our physical presence in Bayt al-Maqdis. Then Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told us that if you cannot go, then at least send oil to be burned in the lamps of Masjid al-Aqsa. So yes, Alhamdulillah, the programs, the itikaf programs, and as soon as the court proceedings started in The Hague, the illegitimate state of Israel prevented South Africans from entering the masjid. So we anticipate that our itikaf program will also be heavily interfered with because of our stance, the international stance we took. But this should not deter the Ummah from visiting. We encourage people, those who are at the means of going, go to Beit al-Maqdis. And if they cannot spend the entire month in itikaf, at least a portion of Ramadan should be spent in Beit al-Maqdis and the vicinity around it, inshallah.
Well, inshallah, Jazakallah khairan so much for that, Moulana, and for coming on this morning, talking to us right here on Salam Media at this crucial time as well for the Muslim Ummah. It's a critical time for the people of Palestine. We continue making dua for them, for their well-being, for their victory over this Zionist entity. Inshallah, Allah make it easy on the entire Muslim Ummah, particularly our brothers and sisters in Palestine. Allah accept, Allah reward your efforts as well, Moulana, and inshallah, looking forward to further engagements.
Shukran, brother Inayat, and Jazakallah for having us on Salam Media.
Moulana Adam Feltman with us this morning. And with that, we coming to the end of this morning's broadcast, coming to live out of the Qurtuba Islamic Academy. Once again, we need to thank Moulana Ibrahim Musa, the Palestine Information Network, for bringing along Dr. Azam Tamimi for this interview, which we have had live out of the studios at the Qurtuba Islamic Academy. And with that, I'm going to be signing off. And tonight, obviously, the Sona, a lot of coverage. The Salam Media team is out in Cape Town. Follow the Salam Media Facebook pages. Follow us on X. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Our team is going to be out in Cape Town at the City Hall. And throughout the day, possibly, we will be bringing you certain updates coming through from Cape Town today ahead of the State of the Nation address. And we will bring that to you live as well tonight when President Cyril Ramaphosa takes the podium to address the nation. And with that, I'm going to be signing off from myself and the team at Salam Media. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Humanity sets the agenda. Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
قد سمع الله